Just as there are levels of our ascended masters on our starships, there are levels of each of you as the waves of 144,000 light beings here as direct incarnates from our higher conscious realms of galactic realms. Each of you that are aware of the powerfulness of unconditional love then shares a new state of awakened presence, in then noticing that you are each here to continue to be more uplifted into more light grids. The lower ego self-mind continues to try and understand every part of our higher realms as one galactic fleet, and it remains locked out of such a reality with who I am as your Commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Council, of the Galactic Federation of Light. Through seeing that the lower ego self-mind tries to keep a divided nature, and tries to focus on dividing and conquering still, often says, we must conquer all challenges, through military force, and win at everything we endeavor. You see now how many of your world leaders speak in such a way, which are operating on a lower frequency, and no, you are not able to be of our ascended light being crew and support any type of war. This goes to show you that those who are in fact supporting war are supporting the Cabal, and are then not of our light crew, in the serious reality focus, and opening on that level of existence. Oftentimes who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians through this form are asked with the lower ego self, aren't the governments going to announce your arrival soon? That makes a foolish reality in trying to feel that the same Cabal-ruled regime is going to talk about our galactic fleet, as if they are trying to give up their power instantly. No, they need to be physically removed for those unwilling, as well as placed on our trial system in our Sirius star system, to then be met for their crimes against humanity, in a full prosecution of the laws of our universal conscious awareness. Oftentimes you see a lot of these world leaders committing serious crimes against humanity, including the making of drones, the dropping of bombs in villages, which often kill women, men, and children. Then the reality of the drone strikes tries to be supported by your world leaders, often saying with the lower ego self, we need to eliminate the bad guys. Sorry if that sometimes kills off the civilians, it's just a part of war. The selfish reality of war remains why the fall from grace happened to begin with, in then having various draconian life forms to incarnate here to try and manipulate humanity into their end on this world. This happened through a series of DNA altering, including manipulating DNA to be limited, as this made it easy for humans to be controlled as pieces of technology that are programmed. A large part of this programming started from childhood, in then teaching children that they are going to die one day, that there are no life forms advanced known about outside of Earth, other than bacteria. Then you have children that are taught to compete, to learn how to be ruthless, to focus only on material gain, then having world leaders who issue consistent war, who make laws that are corrupted in nature. These laws include having those of a more crime-rated area to have more convictions, in the same level of conviction rate as those who are on various parts of this world who are committing dangerous crimes, only not being charged with those crimes due to power structures. Clearly each of you that are wise are seeing how in being in an area where there exists a lot of crime, this often becomes fostered by those in the direct area, including the importing of weapons, of drugs, and the lack of resources given to these communities. It remains that the nature of greed is to then try and talk to our galactic fleet about removing all crime, and then to have these individuals buying guns and knives that are designed to kill and murder individuals. Then those of a lower vibration talk about how it is all about sport in killing animals only, and defending against potential attacks from other humans, and that is simply not to be allowed in our ascended realms. If we allowed that, then all crazy individuals would be allowed to ascend into our galactic communities, and we as one galactic crew would be killing off planets and all civilizations. No, that is not the case at all, and this needs to be taken very seriously to see the extent of the harm and damage that has been created on your world, including the lies and deception of your world leaders. In replacing all of the government leaders who have signed off on war efforts, then you have a reality of the new earth coming in more, in which this shifting inside of you then connects with this existence in fullness. It is remaining about intelligence, as the more you increase your intelligence, the less you are focused on those who are chasing power in the form of greed, harm, and deception. You are not able to reach unconditional love by words alone, in which anyone is able to say, "I love you" with the lower ego self, and then kill and murder individuals on this world. To realize that many individuals are doing that already now, and not being brought in for their crimes remains a part of how duality works, in seeing that who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Federation of Light see it all. We see the corruption, the destruction, the violence, the chaos, and those of you that are not being caught in that cycle of more karma, in which you are only able to attract the energy that you place out into a reality of limited consciousness. Free will absolutely exists in our higher dimensions, and to feel that it goes away is an error in consciousness, in which each of you that are the volunteers for Ascension chose to come here. You were not forced here. The mere reality of seeing that you volunteered shows that you still had free will before descending in duality, and you still have free will in ascending beyond duality, in which this comes with a clear level of responsibility. Those of you that are the most responsible are not being non-top disrespectful, in which the lower ego self first talks to you, then issues judgment, then ignores you as if you were not even in existence. The reality of those who are doing this are going to see more karma for their actions, and this goes with those who are aware of the level of disrespect for our galactic fleet, in spreading much lies about how we function. Those of you that are not caught in a cycle of more karmic lives in duality are seeing that you are existing more of service, to connect more into our galactic crew, into more assistance for Ascension. It remains a divine sovereignty role of then noticing that importance of maintaining a higher vibration, while being aware of the divine consistency that comes with rising more of your frequencies. As each of you notices, you are not able to rise your vibration by copying and pasting the light work of another, and acting as if it is your own, in which your own light work remains in the rising more in your energy systems. Through the consistent opening up in more awareness comes the reality shift into a fully conscious existence, into a bridge of more of each of you into our galactic communities. We stand in more serious light work. We are the angelic realms. We are the Galactic Federation of Light.